This is a preview from one of our textured haircutting classes. In this session, we will only use a razor to sculpt, carve, and chisel the perimeter of this short haircut. We begin by applying 100% organic, nourishing lipid serum to the perimeter. It will act as a cutting agent. Since we're cutting the hair dry, the nourishing lipid serum will soften and enhance the elasticity of the hair so that the razor will easily slice through. You want to begin carving with the guard side down, the guard side facing the hair. That way you won't cut off too much. Razor haircuts are all about eye-hand coordination. You have to be able to visually see where you want to reshape the hair and then use the razor to accomplish that. On textured hair, we carve around the ears with a razor to cause the short hairs underneath to curve, hug, and lay flat to the scalp. You see here how I'm visually seeing where the hair lays on top of the ear, and then I'm taking the razor and I'm chiseling the ends. I don't want to cut in front of the ears. I just want to make sure the hair on top of the very top of the ear lies underneath the ear. Right now it's a little too long, so it sits on top of the ear. And what that would do with the hair sitting on top of the hair is going to cause the client to have to mess with it, right? If we sculpt and carve the design line around the ear, then the only thing the client has to fuss with, maintain, is the longer hair in the crown. The reason we're using the razor is because razors cause textured hair to curve and coil. And when you cut textured hair super short, like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, it causes that texture to just curve, and it hugs the scalp, it hugs the head, and it lays super, super smooth. You'll see. Let me explain it a little bit better. The razor slices the ends of the hair at an angle, and that angle causes the entire hair shaft to coil. Whatever your coily texture is, if it's wavy to super kinky, when you slice the ends of textured hair, it causes the entire hair shaft to coil. When you cut textured hair straight across, blunt, with scissors, it causes the ends to poof. Now, textured hair, it can be thin, it could be fine, it could be thick. So when you want to add weight and volume and precision, you use scissors. For anything else, you always use a razor on textured hair. Razors allow you to have control of the movement of textured hair. Scissors just cause textured hair to expand. So if the hair is already big and thick and coarse, we don't need anything that's going to make it poof up. We want something that's going to encourage it to curve and coil. And that's what you achieve with the razor. Now pay attention right here. This is a super slick trick to make sure the hair just above the ear does not poke out. We're doing an undercut around her hair. It looks like we took too much off right there in the middle. But no. There was a reason why we combed the hair all forward before we begin carving around the ear. You see here, now we're going to connect that section that appeared to be too short with the front of the hair. And you'll see just that undercut around the ear caused the complete perimeter to lay flat. As a master stylist, we have to provide our clients with solutions. We have to analyze their lifestyle, their hair texture, and their commitment to maintenance, and then we have to design a style for them that includes the shape, the haircut, the texture control, whether they want to be natural or super straight or anything in between, and then we have to enhance their hair color, whether they want to be gray or if they're a natural 1B. That's what a master stylist does, right? So what we're doing is we're carving the style into her hair so that she'll have an effortless hairstyle. This is a client that doesn't want to do anything to her hair other than maybe wrapping it up at night. And we can always tell when it's time for a trim because the hair over her ears will start to poke out. Because her hair is textured, her new growth will have a strong curl pattern. And we're done. We've used the razor to carve and chisel the perimeter. Now, her fringe and crown is disconnected. This is a disconnected fringe haircut. This allows us more body and more movement. Actually, she wears her hair combed to the other side. I'm just cross-checking to make sure that the haircut is balanced because it is a disconnected haircut. That's why the front ends are longer. That's what you call the disconnection. We are growing her hair longer, and in order to maintain her hairstyle balance, we are keeping the perimeter tight, and that is the nape and around the ears. We are allowing the length to grow out from her crown. When you're growing out hair, you want to maintain a shape because there's always that kind of in-between time that's really difficult to push through. So a good solution is to keep the perimeter tight and start the length growth from the crown. That way, when you really have length, you really have length. And it's not just like shag hair length, like hair from the nape down is long. When you start growing the hair out and you keep the length from the crown, then you have truly long, healthy, luscious hair. This is actually the beginning of a shoulder length bob. If we do nothing but keep the perimeter tight as the crown grows out, she will come to a ear length bob and then a chin length bob and eventually a shoulder length bob. That's how you grow out a short haircut. And this is the results of the chisel and sculpt around the ear. You can see how that hair lays tight. It lays smooth and compacted around the ears. There is a definite, defined line around the perimeter, and we achieved all of that with the razor. You see the ear there, how the disconnected crown and fringe covers and cups just around the ears. Let's get back to it. Look at the health of her hair, okay? It's amazing. Besides the hair color, it's about the haircut. That's what a master stylist is. They have mastered hair cutting, hair color, texture control, all modern products on all ethnicities and all hair textures. You can't just be in one lane talking about you a master stylist. You might be a really good stylist. You might know how to style hair. But a master stylist is so much more. Look at her hair color and haircut. They are both amazing. But you see how the disconnected fringe covers the chiseled and sculpted perimeter around her ears, right? See how that longer front side panel just blends back the natural curve. Okay, that was created with some flat iron smoothing, but come visit us. We have the multi-texture hair cutting classes. We get into carving and slicing using razors. Okay, get into razors. Come visit us at beautywellnesshaircare.com. If you find our content helpful, please give us a thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and we welcome any comments and questions.